The invention of the Internet. Do you know the history of the Internet? Well, in this video, we'll talk about the Internet's history and its creators. But before anything else, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell icon so you'll get notified whenever we upload new videos. Welcome to Sensational Luxury. The Internet is one of the most effective and efficient forms of communication available today. We may connect with a variety of individuals online and read news and information from across the world through websites like Facebook, MySpace, Yahoo, and others. For many individuals, the Internet has become essential to life, and we depend on it without giving any thought to how it works or who makes it possible. Because of its stability, individuals on practically every continent may easily switch between their offline and online lives. But have you ever wondered how actually Internet made its progress during those old times? Its origin, perhaps? Amazingly, as it seems how we extract or obtain some information in just a few minutes by just running through search engines connected to the Internet. But what is the Internet? Considering that it is a worldwide telecommunications system that connects millions of other, smaller networks, the Internet is usually referred to as a network of networks. It allows computer users to communicate across platforms and at a distance. The Internet acts as a conduit when delivering electronic messages from one network to another. A user can access the Internet by using an Internet Service Provider's (ISP) server. Because it is free, many professors use a connection through a nearby university as their ISP. Through telephone lines, cable modems, cell phones, and other portable devices, you can access the Internet. So, let's begin with the brief origin of the Internet. In the 1960s, government researchers used the Internet for the first time to share information. In the 1960s, computers were large and immovable, and in order to access the data they held, one either had to go to the computer's location or order magnetic computer tapes to be sent via ordinary mail. Another factor for the growth of the Internet was the intensification of the Cold War. The US was motivated by the Soviet Union's Sputnik satellite launch. Even after a nuclear attack, the Defense Department should look into information transmission tactics. As a result, the network known as ARPANET, Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, which eventually led to the creation of the modern Internet, was developed. As a result, a number of information exchange networks were created. A new communication standard called Transfer Control Protocol, Internetwork Protocol, TCP/IP, was developed. As a result, different computers kinds may talk to one another over different networks. The Defense Data Network and ARPANET formally transitioned to the TCP/IP protocol on January 1, 1983, resulting in the development of the Internet. Now, all networks might be connected by a single universal language. WHO invented the Internet? Vinton Cerf and Bob Kahn, two computer scientists, are credited with both the idea for the Internet and the present Internet communication protocols. Long-distance networking between computers was first done in a 1969 experiment by two research teams at UCLA and Stanford. This was before the present version of the Internet. The first two-node network was successfully built by the researchers, under the direction of Leonard Kleinrock, despite the fact that the system crashed on the initial attempt to log in to the nearby computer. The experiment served as the initial trial run for the data transfer technique known as packet switching between two computer systems. Packet switching divides data into smaller packets that are then delivered through numerous channels and put back together at their destination. Data transport is still based on the packet switching technique today. Instead of needing to establish a link with the receiver before you can send an email to them. In 1980, Cerf and Kahn created a set of rules known as TCP/IP, or Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol, for data transfer utilizing packet switching. Prior to traveling over the network and after it has arrived, the TCP portion of the protocol is responsible for packing the data and unpacking it. The IP component coordinates the journey and charts the flow of data from the beginning to the end. Although other protocols were created and used prior to TCP/IP, such as the File Transfer Protocol, FTP, and the Network Interface Card, NIC, Kleinrock's experiment demonstrated the viability of a single network between two computer systems while Cerf and Kahn's TCP/IP provided the foundation for a large and effective web of interconnected networks, hence the name, Internet. Well, let's take a look to get to know the fathers of the Internet. Many people still living today, especially the younger generations, have no memory of life before the Internet. Today, the high-speed network of links is crucial in day-to-day living. However, Vinton Cerf and his associates began developing the protocols that form the basis of the modern Internet just a few decades ago. The TCP/IP protocols and the Internet's architecture were co-designed by Cerf. President Bill Clinton presented the U.S. in December 1997. Cerf and his colleague Robert E. Kahn received the National Medal of Technology for creating and expanding the Internet. The ACM Alan M. Turing Award, frequently referred to as the Nobel Prize of Computer Science, was granted to Cerf in 2004, and President George W. Bush bestowed the Presidential Medal of Freedom upon him in 2005. Cerf started out as a significant figure in the creation of data packets and security technologies for the Internet and other Internet-related networks at the U.S. Department of Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. He has worked for Google as Vice President and Chief Internet Evangelist since 2005. He is tasked with finding fresh enabling technologies in this position to aid in the creation of cutting-edge, web-based goods and services. He actively represents Google in public on the Internet. In addition, he helped found and served as chairman of the board of the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, from 2000 to 2007. From 1992 to 1995, Cerf served as the Internet Society's inaugural president. From 1999 to 2000, he was the board's chairman. Whereas Robert Kahn, before receiving his M.A., graduated from City College of New York with a bachelor's in electrical engineering and Doctor of Philosophy at Princeton University. Kahn created the first communication network, ARPANET, before joining the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. It was based on a novel method called packet switching, which allowed heterogeneous remote computers to exchange data packets. He developed the Internet architecture, which enables many heterogeneous networks, and their computers, to connect with one another, in partnership with computer scientist Vinton Cerf. Their efforts led to the creation of the TCP/IP protocol, which implemented important components of the architecture. TCP/IP, one of the first three networks to be connected to the Internet, started as the ARPANET's standard host protocol in 1983. This allowed for the development of applications like email and instant messaging as well as the World Wide Web. For their innovative work on the Internet, Kahn and Cerf shared the Turing Award in 2004. As we look at the present, the Internet is no longer concerned with information exchange alone. It was a sophisticated multidisciplinary tool enabling individuals to create content, communicate with one another, and even escape reality. Today, we can send data from one end of the world to the other in a matter of seconds, make online presentations, live in parallel game worlds, and use pictures, video, sound, and text to share our real lives and our genuine identity. Personal stories go public. Local issues become global. So, what do you think of today's video? We surely would want to add other surprising facts that could take you back to history. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.